Hey everyone. Um, so yesterday, um, I don't know what to say right now. I made a story, a somewhat short story, and I would like for you to not take it seriously because it was supposed to be fun, subtle, maybe even a bit heartwarming at first. But now I just feel disappointed with myself. No, really, I do. So there's huge issues with something, and I'm not having it. I am not having it. Now, for people like me, for someone like me, I'm probably glad that I would never want to be on every other social media app, like Snapchat, Facebook, Twitter, at least anymore, briefly, TikTok, because TikTok, even though if people still have it, that's fine, but it's still banned. And by banned, as in it's no longer on the Google Play Store. It's no longer there. It's no longer there. And you know what? I'm fine with it. I'm totally fine with it. And Facebook, my God. When I tried to make a Facebook account, it was absolute shit. So I highly recommend to not use Facebook ever. No, seriously, I don't know why people even use the app. Because I heard that it was like a alternate version of MySpace, like it replaced MySpace, but at the same time it's not like MySpace, and it's absolute shit. At least now. So yeah. No Facebook. Just no. Now, I talked about the character from Ninja Gaiden, Rachel. There's another character from Ninja Gaiden that I would like to talk about. Mostly because of sort of the confusion about her relationship with the main character and hero of the Ninja Gaiden trilogy, Ryu Hayabusa. Now, the character, Irene Lew, is supposed to be Ryu Hayabusa's love interest and wife, at least in the original NES version of Ninja Gaiden. Now, when Ninja Gaiden was rebooted and after the original creator of Ninja Gaiden ended her life, Tomoko Itagaki, left, let's just say the new development at the time, who stepped in for him, in Ninja Gaiden 2, there's a character named Sonia. And for some reason, that character has been changed to Irene Lew. Yep, Irene Lew, in Dead or Alive Dimensions. A sort of, retelling of Dead or Alive 1 through 4. And Irene's involvement, it's brief. It's brave. Showing up in the Dead or Alive 2 chapter of the story, and then during the Dead or Alive 3 chapter. I like Irene. I especially liked her in the original NES version, even though I'm not a Ninja Gaiden fan. I do think her and Ryu's relationship is rather nice. But in the reboot, it's okay. I mean, originally, it might not be confirmed that they're in a relationship, but the reason why Irene has the alias Sonia is because even though she's a CIA agent, she works under the alias Sonia as a spy, sort of, which makes sense. And her and Ryu's relationship is mostly kept in secret, which also makes sense if they're trying to not upset their family and friends. But still, so the Ninja Gaiden reboot was originally supposed to be a prequel to the original trilogy, which would seem a little weird. No, I'm seriously, it would be really weird for the reboot to be a prequel to the original. It just doesn't make any sense, especially with Sonia being Irene. Like, how does that even work? No, I'm serious. Like, how does that even work? And for Sonia, meeting Ryu when she first appears and interacts with him, what I can tell from seeing those cutscenes, they probably already knew each other. So, how would the reboot be a prequel to the original trilogy? It just doesn't make any sense. At least from an actual timeline. If we had to create an actual timeline with the reboot being a prequel, obviously, and like all of the games being a prequel to the original. All of those 3 games. Now, from the Fourth Snake's videos about Ryu Hayabusa's relationship with Irene Lew, it just didn't make any sense for me. I mean, I completely get it with the confusion surrounding, like, the timeline, the reboot being a prequel to the original, and stuff like that. But what I can hear, see from certain cutscenes is that Sonia and Ryu already knew each other, probably, and Irene says to Ayane that she's only looking for Ryu, and Ayane says to her, "Why are you so involved with him?" And Irene's like, I know more about Ryu than you think." It wasn't like she still had feelings for him and did not want to interact with him. She just knows more about him than his friends do. And you know what? I'm not complaining. I am not complaining about that at all. It's still weird to think that Irene is supposed to be Sonia, but in the original Ninja Gaiden trilogy from the NES, she was a brunette, and she met Ryu when she frickin' shot him with a tranquilizer. Like, does that even make any sense for them to meet twice? Yeah, it feels weird, especially since Irene was a brunette in the original, meanwhile in the reboot she's blonde. It just doesn't add up. And if the reboot was an actual reboot and a separate continuity, that would be fine. That would absolutely be fine. But it's never confirmed or denied about their involvement. But in my opinion, they would most likely be a separate continuity, especially due to the fact that Ryu's and his father's appearances are much different than the ones in the original. Ryu had short hair, and Ryu's hair in the reboot is long, tied in a ponytail. Meanwhile, in the original Ninja Gaiden NES version, Joe Hayabusa is apparently named Ken, at least in the American version of the game. And Joe in the reboot has longer hair, he has facial hair, and he lost his sight, causing him to go blind. Definitely a reboot. Definitely a reboot. Absolutely. Because how? How would they be a prequel to the original NES version? It just doesn't make any sense. No, I'm serious, it just doesn't make any sense. Now, okay, I don't mind that characters are supposed to be shipped with other characters, even if the subsequent character is canonically married in their official story, or at least in certain media. It's fine, but there are some problems that I have with, like, Ryu and Jessica Rabbit. If they're canonically married, you should not put them in other relationships. I mean, sure, for AU things, that's perfectly fine, but still, it just bothers me. Okay, that's all for this video. I hope you enjoyed it or not. See you in the next one. Bye.